Hi, Sandi Maki here with a little bit of heavy breathing in the middle of the day. Let's try that for a change. 14 years ago today, my son Kyle was born. So, in a sense, this is a happy birthday to Kyle version of heavy breathing. I was trying to figure out what would be a great way to express what he means and what just celebrating his birthday means to me. A lot of people wait until someone's birthday to say hi or remember them, and I think this is becoming so much more prevalent now that Facebook is such a big social factor in our lives. It is in mine. I know some people that aren't on Facebook at all, and I just don't understand that because it's my portal to my social sphere. I have to say that I don't always connect with every single person that I'm friends with on Facebook. But certain days, especially birthdays, Facebook tells me it's this person's birthday. And it's not that I don't think of people on other days when it's not their birthday, but maybe I don't have something significant to say to them, or maybe I just haven't had a reason to say hello lately. So it's one of those ways that I can stay aware of people as Facebook is cycling through their birthdays. Well, some people, like my son, haven't put their birthday in Facebook. And I suppose this might be because while he's a funny, smart, intelligent, awesome kid, he doesn't love being the center of attention, although he really does enjoy his birthday. So, in Sandi tribute fashion to Kyle for his birthday, today I posted just about every single YouTube video singing happy birthday that I could find to his Facebook profile. So he's in school now, but when he gets home, he'll have plenty of things to look at. I'm seeking something, profound and significant to say about this day. And I suppose just summing it up and saying I know what a blessing Kyle is in my life. He is such an awesome person. I am enjoying so much watching him grow up. And as much as I love every single moment that we've had so far, I just can't wait to see the man that he becomes. Because he is delightful and he is inspiring. He is such a happy kid with so many interests and activities and such a way with words and a way that his mind works that is just fascinating and exciting and really, really cool to watch. I don't know how to sum it up beyond that. I just love that kid. So, on another note, because it is February 21st today, I'd like to read something out of a book that I discovered at the dentist's office. When my kids and I were there last time, there was a book of horoscopes, and it was based on the day that you were born, which, when I saw it, it got me thinking. I wasn't quite sure, how do they go about compiling a book like this? Do they take a study of all of the people that were born on that day and try to find common characteristics, or is it something that they define the day first and then put it in a book? And I know this probably comes from ancient, I think the origin is Chinese, from, ancient Chinese thoughts. Well, there's 365 days in the book, and we looked through the book, and for myself, my daughter, and my son, all of ours were spot on. So in celebration of Kyle today, and anyone else who shares the February 21st birthday, here's what the 366 Birthdays of the Year book says about you. The individual whose birthday falls on this day is imaginative, creative, dramatic, and romantic. Charming and resourceful, with a wonderful sense of humor and a chameleon-like adaptability, you fit in everywhere and get along with everyone. You project a dreamy aura that makes you appear one step removed from the real world. Some may see this as an indication that you're a pushover for an adroit sales pitch or heart-wrenching sob story. Nothing could be further from the truth. Despite your compassionate, easygoing nature, you are capable of talking circles around most people, and you rarely agree to do anything you don't want to do. People born under the sign of Pisces and the number 3 are self-expressive, enthusiastic, optimistic, and sociable. As one of society's charmers, you probably have many friends and admirers. You possess the logical mind of a scientist with an artistic temperament. Mentally, you are quick-witted and clever. Emotionally, you are impressionable, idealistic, and compassionate. Despite your lighthearted manner, there is nothing superficial about your desire to succeed. You are naturally ambitious and hardworking, multi-talented, and extremely versatile. You may have trouble choosing from among several different career options. You project a magical allure that draws romance into your life. It's a lucky thing, too, because you consider love vital to personal happiness. You crave moonlight, poetry, and romance. Before you commit to an intimate union, you need to know you're truly cared about and appreciated. This really, as I was reading it the first time, I was just blown away. Kyle is imaginative, creative, and dramatic. I don't know so much about the romantic yet, because, he is a teenage boy, so maybe that'll come. Charming and resourceful, he has a wonderful, wonderful sense of humor, and he always has since he was little. The chameleon-like adaptability, fitting in everywhere and getting along with everyone, that can be an attribute described in the personality studies. The phlegmatic, the peaceful, easygoing, can be friends with everyone, always wants other people to be included, and always really wants people to feel good, so very, very empathic. He projects a dreamy aura that makes him appear one step removed from the real world. I don't know if he seems one step removed, but it seems like everything he thinks about deeper. Some people may see this as an indication that he's a pushover, but nothing could be further from the truth. Even though Kyle is compassionate and easygoing, he is capable of talking circles around most people. He absolutely is. He sees things in a way that is just delightful to engage with him in conversation, and he has ever since he started putting sentences together. And he rarely agrees to do anything that he doesn't want to. I often joke that when I'm teaching the personality class or talking about it with people, I make the joke that if the house were on fire, Kyle would stop to tie his shoe. And he really would, because unless it's important to him right now in this moment, chances are he's not budging. So I've learned to save my requests for when he has selected something that can be self-motivating to him. Normally it's a new gadget or a new thing that he'd like to buy, and this kid loves acquiring new things, so as soon as he has money, it's kind of burning a hole in his pocket until he can find something that he wants. So I've learned I can't motivate Kyle from the outside, it has to come from within him. So as long as I time it carefully, it always pretty much works. Kyle is self-expressive, enthusiastic, and optimistic. He's also very social. Even though I think he's shy, but not in the shy don't want to talk to people sense, but shy in the I'm just going to do my own thing and occupy myself. I don't really want to call attention to myself, but he really likes people. And I think this is really obvious with his sphere of friends and people that he talks to. I know a lot of people like Kyle, and Kyle has a group of friends that he really likes to spend time with, but in general, just really well-liked and social and sociable kind of guy. He's got the logical mind of a scientist and an artistic temperament. So the logical mind of a scientist part, this is the one where, the mom of a teenage boy has to learn a whole new understanding for life, being that I was never a teenage boy, and I never took things into my room to take them apart and reconfigure and see how they work. So my standard discussion with Kyle is, please don't leave anything in your room that's going to blow up, catch fire, or explode. And I think he gets it. Whether or not he's taking all the safety precautions that, a worried mother would want him to take, I'm not sure. But I'm really glad that he's got that scientific mind and he wants to explore the world. And the artistic temperament, I see the artistic temperament as somebody who's creative and who can occupy themselves and be entertained simply by the new ideas and new things that they're creating. That's definitely Kyle. I was impressed with Kyle from, I don't know, he was 6 or 7, and he was drawing with more skill than I still have to this day. So I don't see much drawing from Kyle these days, but he is fantastic. He's always making something. Sticky notes. He'll take a pack of sticky notes and he'll make a flip book animation. And he'll take Legos and he'll do stop motion animation. And he figured out how to do that before all the programs came along that made that possible. So really, really intelligent, bright kid. Quick-witted and clever. Emotionally impressionable, idealistic, and compassionate. I think compassion is one of Kyle's strongest traits that I see. He always wants to make sure that people feel good. It extends beyond people. Our dog, our puppy, he's always so concerned with how the puppy is feeling. And sometimes, maybe a little too much so. Despite his lighthearted manner, there's nothing superficial about his desire to succeed. He is ambitious and hardworking. But again, remember, it's when he is self-selected to be motivated about something. Multi-talented and extremely versatile, he may have trouble choosing from among several different career options. Welcome to the real world. I know Kyle has a lot of interest, and every other week it seems like he's coming up with something different from his future. Few of you may remember, if you listened to the episode, where he asked me how old he had to be when he moves out. And I asked him why, and he said, well, I might want to stay till I'm 40. And, you know, my mama's heart melted at that point. Because if my kid wanted to live with me until he was 40, how cool would that be? Not that it would actually happen, because I know he's got so many interests just trying to figure out what to do, but part of his reason for that is he was trying to decide how hard he'd have to work when he became an adult. Well, since then, he's talked about moving to Alaska and a number of other places, so we'll see. I hope he has fun exploring the world. I know plenty of people in their 50s and 60s who still don't know what they want to be when they grow up, so he's got plenty of time. In Kyle's future, like I mentioned, I can't wait to see the man that he becomes. He is such a delight and the best kid that a mom could ever ask for. So I am so glad that he's here on this journey and experiencing life with me. He really brings a nice balance to our family, since my daughter is very much like me and Kyle is very much the opposite in personality and temperament. It's a really nice mix, and I have learned so much about appreciating him and his personality style and his mind and the way he thinks and the way that he sees the world. It's just such an amazing, amazing part of my life to have a son like Kyle. So, in honor of Kyle's birthday, this one's for him, celebrating 14th. Until next time.